How to troubleshoot a car that won't start. When your car won't start, you can easily check quite a few things before calling a tow truck. What to do if your engine won't crank. Generally caused by either a dead battery or a bad starter. Step 1. If your car is automatic, check that the transmission is in park and your foot is on the brake. Step 2. If your car is a stick shift, check that the clutch pedal is fully depressed. Step 3. Check the neutral safety switch behind the clutch pedal. It's a small button that prevents the engine from starting when transmission is in gear. If the clutch pedal doesn't fully engage the neutral safety switch, the engine will not crank. Step 4. Check that the driver's seatbelt is fastened. Some cars will not start with the seatbelt unlatched. Step 5. Make sure you've properly inserted the key. Turn it to the on position and give the steering wheel a quarter turn in either direction. Step 6. Make sure the alarm system is not activated, preventing the car from starting. Step 7. Check for a dead battery. Test the wipers, radio, headlights, and heater fan. If all work normally, the battery is properly charged and you may have a bad starter. If they don't work, move on to the next step. Step 8. Open your hood and check the battery connections at the terminals. Jiggle the cable ends. If battery connections are good and all accessories work, consider jump starting your car. Step 9. If either connector is loose enough to move, the problem may be a bad connection. Corrosion at the battery terminal will also prevent your car from starting. Clean the terminals with a wire brush or water and a rag and tighten battery cable connectors. Step 10. Check the connections at the starter. Follow the battery cable from positive battery terminal to the starter. Make sure the connections aren't loose. Step 11. If you have a manual transmission, consider push starting your car if the battery or starter are at fault. Step 12. Call a tow truck. What to do if your engine cranks slowly. Step 1. Only one thing causes this condition: a battery that is not fully charged. Step 2. Open the hood and check your battery connections. If there is any movement at positive or negative battery terminals, your car may not start. Jiggle or tighten your cable connectors. Corrosion at the battery terminals will also prevent your car from starting. Clean the battery cable ends and battery terminals with a wire brush or water and a rag and tighten battery cable ends. Step 3. Jump start or push start your car. Step 4. Call a tow truck. What to do if your engine cranks but your car won't start. Step 1. There are 100 of possible reasons your car cranks but doesn't start. Here are a few quick items to check before calling a tow truck. Step 2. Turn the key on the on position and check the gas gauge to make sure your car is not out of gas. Step 3. Open the hood and look for disconnected spark plug wires or vacuum lines. Step 4. Check your fuse box for blown fuses. Step 5. Call a tow truck. What to do if your engine runs but your car won't go. Step 1. A problem with the transmission or the wheels puts your car in this state. Step 2. Release the parking brake. Step 3. Make sure the transmission is properly in gear. Put it into park, then back it into gear. Step 4. Check the ground outside your car for objects blocking your wheels. Step 5. On manual transmission cars, open the hood and check the fluid level in the clutch master cylinder. Step 6. Check the level of automatic transmission fluid. Step 7. Call a tow truck.